Are you ready for pure chaos? If you saw the video with the little blind and deaf dog 15 years old on a paddleboard, the little white fluffy dog will look familiar to you. And here we are with her sister, completely blind and deaf and very young and very active. Usually goes on these 20-mile runs with Sarah. Just incredible. And we puzzled how to photograph this dog. So follow along on this session with me and see the things that definitely went wrong and things that just happened to go right. We ended up just deciding, okay, we'll put her on a really long leash and have her just kind of run around, and I will try to be in position when she happens to look towards me or be in the right light, whichever setup I was trying for. Here on this really long trail, there is a lake in the background and the mountains. I'm trying to get an epic image with her and the lake and the mountains all in one big vista. The hope was also that running around at the beginning would help get some of her zoomies out, but they warned me that she could just go on and on and on. So we were going to have to deal with a really active dog. As always, here I am almost all the way on the ground. I just love this angle. I think it's one of the secrets, maybe, to pet photography is not just get on their level, get below, get all the way down. Let's see. Probably about here. Let's try that. Okay. So whenever Journey is just ready to run, she just barks and barks and barks. Of course, she can't hear it, but that's our signal that she's ready to go. And this is honestly one of the setups that did not work. I really wanted to get an image of her running past me from the side with the mountains behind. And with all of the grass in front of me, I kept getting the grass in the frame. I think I got a couple of images that I'll show you, but she did really well running up and down the trail. So if I'd had if I had Sarah doing that up and back, it might have worked out better because she could feel the path, obviously. But you could see here where she's getting frustrated, like, where are we going? We're supposed to be straight line, full on run. So this is one of those setups that really didn't work for very many photos. And this is that exact same angle, but you could see it right from the top of my camera. So once I got lower, I tried to find a break in the grass here, and I had one lined up, but it was so hard to predict where Journey was going to end up on the path. And Sarah's working like mad to help her out too. We moved farther down the trail and saw this offshoot, and the light here would have been behind Journey, really highlighting her whole body, a nice backlight, but getting her in just the right position where the background looked nice too was tricky. And there were some flowers in here I wanted. You could see Frank with the reflector. So he's trying to reflect the rising sun from behind them back onto Journey. What was really interesting is when he first got the reflector out, she seemed to react. And Andrea and Sarah said that sometimes she can see extremely bright light. So that was really interesting. From there, though, she just really ignored it. And I really feel like this was one of those spots too that didn't really work out great because I could not predict, obviously, where she was going to go, and I was trying to keep her in too small a section. So being way more out on an open trail worked much better for her. I also think it's hilarious here that you can see all the red mud from when we photographed Nikki on her stand-up paddleboard, and I was almost all the way in the lake. That's so funny. one of our big goals was to try to get both dogs together somehow. And with this trail leading up and over the crest of this hill, we thought we would have each person hold a dog and kind of walk the dog up the hill. Once they got on the crest of the hill, I could try to get pictures of the two of them. So as they're kind of walking in my direction, there would be a moment where I could grab a picture of both of them together. You're going to see in a moment here when disaster strikes and I failed again. We finally got the dogs all lined up, and then
Nikki go off the trail, of course. Hey, Frank, did I bring the extra carbs?
I know, you're
I know. Oh, dang it.
my SD card ran out of space and I missed the shot, and everyone saw it. I realized I thought I had my card set up where slot 1 would roll over to slot 2 when full, but actually my recording was set up to have card in slot 1 be photos and card in slot 2 be videos. So when I filled the card after all these action images and Nikki's photos on the paddleboard, it was full. Oh man, I wish I'd gotten that shot. So embarrassing.
Perfect. Let's do that one more time.
Okay.
If you've got it in you, or she does.
I got it in me.
Is she doing okay?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they're doing great.
Okay. Give her lots of leash. Wow, those were good shots though. All right, cool.
After getting a few more individual images of Journey on that trail, we went out to this wide dirt trail to get some. She seemed to do pretty good on this big open trail, and again, I just had Sarah back and forth, and Journey would run to her and run back, and there was a little crest of the hill where Journey can come to the crest of the hill, and then I could see the distant hillsides behind her. Made for some really cool images, and just kind of going back and forth, giving us a little bit more room to run, made a huge difference. Another thing that was throwing Journey off is normally she would wear a harness, and with just a leash on, it was maybe too much freedom. We talked about that later, that her behavior was different because of what she was wearing. With both dogs getting tired and the sun rising a little bit too high for any more awesome photos, I had to try one more location to get both dogs. I did not love the look of this brown dirt path, but again, it was nice and wide, and both dogs were loving just kind of strolling up and down. And we got some good images of the two of them together here. Once again, of course, I'm laying in the dirt. You know how it is.
Each other and everything. That was so good. How'd you do that? Oh my gosh.
Should we do it again, or did you get some good ones? Did you get enough good ones?
I think that was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrea could not resist holding her dog near this sign that says pick up after your pet, and instead we made it say pick up your pet, and we had a fun time getting silly pictures right here. Huge thank you to Andrea and Sarah for letting me record behind the scenes of Nikki and Journey's photo shoots for you to enjoy. I hope you learned a little something from the things that went right and the things that went wrong for my sessions here, and are enjoying the images that I did end up with. They like the images in the end, and they're part of a bigger project. So you might see some more of them later on, but huge thank you and props to this family for putting their whole experience out there for you to see. All right, as always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs.